I didn't vote. See, I didn't vote for anything other than the president, and there in Maryland it was question 2, which was for legalized sports betting. I obviously voted for yes. I was like, I think I have a right to blow my fucking money on Monday Night Football. I think I have that right as an American. Other than that, some of those ballot questions are ridiculous in that a lot of those questions, I know it's different for every single region, but I'm assuming it's the same in a lot of ways where it's like,
do they have anything for like drugs or anything like that?
No.
I don't think so. No? Not this go around.
At least for us, it was mainly like grants for well, it was sports betting was like the main thing, but everything else was like, would you approve of a $1 billion grant to, repave sidewalks in public parks, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah. And it's like, how the hell, like, honestly, how the hell do I know? Do I know what the county, but like, does the average person know? Like, they say, would you approve $25 million to put towards restoration of this? Like, I don't know, dude. Is $25 million a lot? Is it a little? I like the idea of restoring the bay, but it's like, is $25 million enough? Is it too much? Like, I don't know. So I just skip all that shit. It's like, why are you asking me, dude? We elect people in positions to make this their job. Why are you asking me?
This is the first time I'm reading about this.
Exactly.
I feel like it's kind of misleading anyway, because you're giving me $25 million. And exactly what you're saying is like, well, I don't know if that's a lot. What I would need to know is like, how much is it going to increase my fucking taxes?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, is it taking from already the tax fund that we have and I don't have to pay more? Or are you saying that you're going to increase my shit? So like, I need to know that.
Yeah. That's what I think. It's just one of those things that should, like, those decisions shouldn't be left to like decisions like legalized sports betting. That's something I can answer. That's pretty straightforward. Hey, do you think it should be legal? Yeah, sure. And they at the bottom they're like, and we're gonna. Do you think it should be legal on the condition that we put all the money towards education? I was like, dude, I don't care if it goes to education. Just make sports betting legal, dude. That's what I fucking want. If you put it towards education, that's great. If you get to a point where you're like, we got enough for education, we'll put it towards fucking repaving the roads. Then you do that. Whatever you got to do, dude. I just want to be able to fucking bet on sports. Other than that, the idea that the average person who is not researched but is going to just vote down the line and be like, oh, well, I like this idea. I don't know what 25 million is in regards to that, but sure, let's do that. The fact that those decisions are left to the public is crazy to me.
Dude, what do you think about, because this always comes around, and I feel like this is more big in conservative crowds. What do you think when people say that, kind of based on what you're saying, is that most people are uneducated? What do you think about when people say, you know what, I think that the voting age should be raised from 18 to like 21 or 25? What do you think about things like that?
I think that whatever age that you can do, because the big hypocrisy of it is, for instance, you can join the military when you're 18. You're considered not a child anymore when you're 18, but you can't drink until you're 21. I guess you can't smoke weed until you're 21 in certain. I don't know how it works.
Well, no, you can't smoke a cigarette until you're 21 now.
Yeah. I think at whatever age that you're legally able to do everything that an adult could do, that should be the legal age of voting. So if you're telling me I'm not responsible enough at 19 years old to smoke a cigarette or have a shot, then I don't see why I'm responsible enough to vote for any elected office if what you're saying to me is I'm not a full-grown adult yet. And I think that
that's fair. That's actually one of the better arguments I've heard.
And that's I mean, like, I'm not necessarily saying we should raise the voting age. I don't think it would hurt, though. I don't think it would hurt. I mean, the amount that I know now at 28, which is still not a lot, versus even what I knew 3 years ago, or God forbid 10 years ago. Like, I didn't know what the hell was going on. I didn't vote until the 2016 election because I thought it was both sides are bullshit, and I still do. But like the idea that these kids come out of high school who their first big career move is to take out $100,000 student loan for a college to get a fucking degree in nothing, are also the people that are educated enough to make these decisions based purely off of what they're exposed to. I mean, at that age, your whole worldview is based off of what everyone around you is thinking. I don't want to say I support this because all my friends support that. And it's really, I mean, I think that and I think that's the reason why certain political parties want the voting age lowered, and certain political parties want
some people want them lowered to like 16 and
dude,
shit.
Why are you voting on tax shit and things like that when you haven't even gotten a job yet? Why are you voting on
Facts.
things? Why do you get to have a position on that?
But you know what? There is a fair argument. I mean, you're talking about taxation without representation, right?
Yeah.
So if you're able to get a job, I mean, sometimes some places you're able to get like a legal job. I think you can get like a job at a supermarket as a bagger at like 15 years old or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you're a bagger at 15 years old, you're paying taxes. I mean, it does make sense that if you're paying taxes, you should be able to say where the fuck those taxes are going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I can understand the argument to where it's like, well, if you do have a job and you are paying taxes, then maybe you should. But then I would also argue that I don't feel like you should really pay taxes until you're 18 or so. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like those, honestly, ideally, and this would like shut a lot of libertarians up because, you know, they would just believe every single taxation is theft. And I'm indifferent. I'm indifferent when it comes to that. But like, okay, so then I would even say, well, man, shit, maybe up until 21, 22, we just don't tax motherfuckers. So like, hey, you have that amount of time from the age of 15 when you can get a job up until 22 to whatever to not be taxed. And then after that, you're taxed full blown like everyone else. Hey, you got enough money or you got enough time to, you know, save up your money. It's not going to the government and you want to get the fuck out of this country and then not yell taxation as theft anymore, then you could totally do that. But yeah, I totally understand. Like if you are paying taxes, if you can't say where those taxes are going, there's validity to that argument.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's another one of those positions that I really don't take a hardline stance on. I've been on record saying I think you should be allowed to drink when you're 18 because you're going to anyway. There's a lot of things that, you know, there's a lot of contradictions throughout my opinions on stuff, and I really haven't taken the time to actually sit down and be like, this is what I think about this. Now that I'm 28, I have much less of a problem about the drinking age being 21 than I did when I was 20, you know? My opinion's changed.
Well, that's because you wanted to drink at 20.
Yeah, and I did.
Yeah. That's where all those illegal votes are coming in. 15-year-olds, 14-year-olds, they just love to vote.
Yeah.
They love
Dude,
underage voting.
when you guys turned 21, did you go out like and immediately like buy a drink? Bro, as soon as I turned 21, like that night actually, that I turned 21, I was so fucking excited. I don't even drink like that, but I was so fucking excited. I was like, yo, I'm about to go to the liquor store. I'm gonna pick some shit up. So I go there and I go to the liquor store and I get some shit and I go up to the main, and this is a big liquor store, and I go up to the guy and I give him whatever the fuck I was buying. And he looks at me and he's like, okay, cool. Actually, he doesn't even really look at me. He's just scanning it and he's like, okay, your total is whatever. I'm like, bitch, you ain't gonna check my ID, motherfucker? Like, because I got it. I got the shit. You know what I mean?
Same shit happened to me.
I made Eric throw. Was it me who made you throw up on your 21st?
Well, the ID thing happened to me, and yeah, Jimmy made me throw up on my 21st birthday because he gave me a curdled Irish car bomb.
What
we went around.
About like
it was sitting too long.
Do you know what an Irish car bomb is?
No.
Okay, so basically it is a shot of Jameson whiskey with a shot of Bailey's, and that's it. Like, so it's like a half of each, I guess, in a shot glass, and then you take a pint of Guinness, like a half-filled pint of Guinness beer, and you just drop it in there and chug it as fast as you can, because what happens is if you don't chug it within like 5-6 seconds, the Bailey's just curdles and it becomes like spoiled milk in there. So you have to drink it before it goes bad. What I always thought was ridiculous is like, this shit's obviously going to go bad in my stomach. Like, I have to get it down my fucking throat before 6 seconds. But what the hell happens after that, you know? But
right, so you're just like, well, logically, I mean, it kind of makes sense that you can just do whatever.
Yeah, but we were 21 at the time, and
Jimmy was a month into buying these.
Yeah, I was an
didn't know
experienced drinker.
The rules of the road yet.
So I gave Eric like one that was way past due, and because we basically went to every bar in Taos, and that was like a tradition we do. We went to every bar in Taos and got a shot at every one. Because I actually didn't have a fake ID. I tried to have one. It got taken away the first place I used it, which is a 7-Eleven in Ocean City, and so I never.
How do they know it's fake? Like, what is it that's on there that's fake?
I actually, my friend Mahedi and I actually went on this website called NY Fakes, which was like a New York fake ID website. And it seemed pretty legit. Like, they use your real name. You get to put in your address, whatever, that you use your picture.
Hold on, this is a legit fucking website that people can just go on?
8 years ago it was. I don't know what it's doing right now. But like, the cool thing about New York is like, New York's IDs already look fake. Like, their real IDs are fake IDs. They're like ridiculous. They're like flexible, like rubber. I don't even understand how they work. So we got them thinking like, oh, this is foolproof. Nobody knows what a New York ID is. And so we drive down to Ocean City 2 months before my 21st birthday 3 months or 4 months before Mehetti's, we decided this summer we can't not have a fake ID. We've gone 2 years without being able to drink in bars, going to high school parties.
And of course, we go down with no alcohol because they have the fake IDs to buy the beer.
So I think Ocean City, that's perfect. Ocean City is like the most strict place on earth for fake ID. I mean, do not, if you're a kid thinking you're going to get in anywhere with a fake ID, don't even fucking try it. They are crazy about it. So I walk into a 7-Eleven, pick up a pack of Corona Lights. The guy looks at it. I give him my New York fake, my nyfake.com ID. He looks at it and he goes, "Hey, Bill, does this look right to you?" He goes, "Hold up 1 second." And I was like, oh. And then at that moment, I'm like, okay, do I just keep
I run?
Yeah, do I double down? Do I double down on this? Do I just be like, yeah, like that's my ID? Instead, my solution was to just like be like, "Oh, what the fuck, and then walk out as if that's something that a person who was a real ID would do. Like, yeah. I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's a fucking real ID. I'm out of here. I'm gonna get another one." Like,
yeah. You guys owe me $50.
Yeah, like I just walked out, left the Corona Light on the counter, called them, and I was like, "Dude, I got caught. Mehetti got caught getting the ID at another 7-Eleven, and it was just fucking game over. It was so ridiculous." But
right,
yeah.
That's hilarious, bro. You did the exact opposite of what any normal person would have done.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like, it's scary because you walk into those liquor stores, like the one across the street from where I live, it's called Skyline Liquors, and they have like on the thing, it's like, "We will call the cops if you use a fake ID." And when you're 20, you're like, damn, they really will. I guess they will.
I mean, I would still be there. I'd be like, I don't know. I was just always rebellious. I totally get what you're saying. I would totally be like, all right, you might be calling the cops, but you ain't gonna put your fucking hands on me and keep me here. I know that for damn sure.
And that's why you're not allowed to vote.